What's up, good people? Sayer coming back at you again, man. Hope all's been well with you. Hope all's been well with your family. I just had a thought, everything going on in this world. We at war. I don't know if y'all realize it, just because no direct U.S. towns have been blown up yet or anything, don't think we not at war. We are. And it will affect us. Look at your gas prices. Look at your food prices going up. The thing is that on a human level, it's terrible because we're funding this war. Yeah, our tax dollars, you know, everything that we're spending on. We thought it was all good. They legalized marijuana just so they could get tax money, just so that they can use it for military. Because a lot of that so-called weed money, tax money off of that weed is going to war, you know. Um, so be careful, understand what you're supporting. We all are supporting it, just being citizens. I mean, it comes with its privileges, but it also comes with a lot of BS attached to it. I read that in the first 6 days of this Iranian war, it cost us $11.3 billion. First 6 days, $11.3 billion. You got all these homeless people out here in New York, where I'm from. More homeless people out there than ever on drugs, Um, in Michigan, where I'm at. Out in California, they got whole homeless cities out there, tent cities, all on the ground in LA and so forth, all around this country. But in 6 days, we could spend 11 billion. Now it's about 2 weeks, so it's probably double that, right? Like over $20 billion. But you got citizens starving, getting laid off for jobs. More black female professionals getting laid off more than ever. All kinds of people getting laid off, And they sold us this dream that, hey, you go to school, get an education, take out that loan, and your life should be better. It's the perfect American dream. They didn't say 40, 50 years later, the economy would be, up the creek. Everything that you're buying then would be 10 times the price in 30 years. So the house that your grandmother used to have is going to cost 5 to 10 times the amount that it does now, even though you'll be getting around the same salary. So none of us could really afford or just barely afford it. Everything's going downhill. So why am I saying all this? Because don't get distracted, but pay attention. Don't get distracted, but pay attention. I don't care who's president, even though you should be involved in politics locally as well as nationally. But regardless of what's going on, your personal life is still your responsibility. You can't blame your situation just on who's in office. Yeah, it's going to affect your life, but you have to plan accordingly. You have to kind of see the writing on the wall. Save money, invest money, whatever it is you do. Some people are better at investing, some people are better at saving, whatever it is. But just don't take whatever you have for granted. Don't take people in your life for granted that actually care about you, because there's not a lot of people that really care about you. You probably can count them on one hand, and learn how to give and provide service to the world. Be what you want to see in the world, You can pray, be spiritual. But at the same time, pay attention to what's going on. Keep your head on the swivel. Don't be a person that say, I don't understand politics. I don't want to be involved in that. I don't care about this. I don't care. Don't be because it affects you. If you got cash in your pocket, that's political. There's presidents on that cash, dead presidents, but it's presidents, that's political. There's all kind of symbols on that money, political symbols. Nobody lives on an island. Nobody's, you might feel, I don't care if you're by yourself and you feel alone and you're isolated. Nobody's really on an island. We all need each other. Pay attention, educate yourself. You can get educated for free now. You don't necessarily have to go to school to get educated. Go on YouTube University. Of course, I always mention health. All this is good for your mental health, physical health, spiritual health. Reach out to people from time to time, people that are important. Just, you ain't gotta, hey, how you doing? How you doing? You all right? I ain't talked to you in a while. Be on there for more than 5 minutes. Hey, how you doing? You all right, bro? You all right, cuz? Hey, you all right, friend? Haven't seen you in a while. Everything okay? You don't know what somebody could be going through. They could be living in hell, and that one call can make all the difference in the world, Stay grounded, Some people get on and these kind of things, and I'm talking about YouTube or social media, and they want to sell you stuff. I don't have nothing to really sell you. I just have something to tell you. And it's just be real with yourself about your situation. Don't try to follow nobody. Be yourself. You spend most of your life going outward, seeking for things that you want. I'm here to tell you, you've been going in the wrong direction. Got to go inward. Get what you need, not what you want. Once you get what you need, everything you want is easy. A lot of times the things that you want, you no longer want. Because when you go inside, discover who you really are, all those things that you wanted, half the things were just to impress other people. Ain't even really what you wanted. Be okay with yourself. When I was a kid, we used to take our time to, look at nature. Life go by so fast the older you get. You know why? Because we don't slow down and look at nature. We don't slow down and watch the sunset, watch it rise. Think. Everything is go, 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 go. Then we look back where all the time go. Time ain't go, you went. Time is democratic. It's for everybody, and it's about what you do with it. We all got 24 hours in a day. Sometimes I get off work and I just relax. Think about nothing. I just chill. Sometimes I play my favorite music, instrumental. I don't want to hear nobody's lyrics. I want my thoughts on the music, Whatever you do to decompress. But I'm here to tell you, pay attention. Don't get distracted. Love on your family. If you're spiritual, meditate, pray, whatever it is that you do. No judgment here. And it's okay to be a little vulnerable and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? I ain't feeling so good today. You know what I'm saying? Tell somebody, get it off your chest. Don't hold it all in, because all that will go back inside of you. You know what I'm saying? We're living in hard times right now, and every word, sometimes I hear words from people who I don't know, and it affects me in a good way, So hopefully I can pay it forward to you. We all need each other, It's only one direction. Stay blessed. To the top. This is I Am out.